Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 18 already of Irish Quarantine Tunes. I'm going to start off with a couple of reels. The first one's Miss McLeod's, very common reel. In the U.S., it's got a lot of different names because it's associated with bluegrass and a lot of old-timey songs such as Did you ever go to meet Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe? Did you ever go to meet Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe? Did you ever go to meet Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe? Don't mind the weather, but the wind don't blow. Well, there we go. A couple of reels to start off. I realized I only talked about the first one, Miss McLeod's. The second one is called the high reel, I suppose because it goes up high. It's a fun tune. All right, I hope everybody's doing well. It's kind of rainy and gray out there today, and there's a lot of sadness in the world, and for lots of reasons. And I just hope that everybody can feel their feels and feel the love that comes with the joy and the sorrow. We're all in this together. Alrighty, what's next? I'm going to do a song. It's a love song, and I learned it from the legendary Bothy Band. I think it was on their very first album, LP, back in the early 70s. And Trina Nidano sings it. She's the sister of Miho O'Donoghue, who's the guitar player and one of the main Irish musicians around that time. So O means son of, and Ni, daughter. So Miho O'Donoghue and Prine O'Donoghue. So.
Now that I'm married, I wear bugger all. Still, I love him, can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. He stood on the corner, a fag in his mouth, 2 hands in his pockets, he whistled me out. Still, I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever I go. He works at the pier for 9 bob a week. Come Saturday night he comes stumbling drunk. Still I love him, can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. I'd sport and I'd play. Now the cradle, it gets in me way. Will I love him? I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever I go. Do you love an apple? Do you love a pear? Do you love a laddie with bonny brown hair? Still I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever I go.
Do you love an apple? An old Irish love song, also sometimes called Still I Love Him. I'm going to send that out to Fiona, who lost her husband John Carr yesterday. Fiona is from Ireland and has been married to John for, probably 20 years, not exactly sure, but a wonderful person and supporter of music and the bearer of this tragedy and the bad news. So that's for those folks. All right, the next one is a polka, and this is one of the polkas that we do at the Willie Street Fair in the parade for the Fiddle Brigade. Kids and adults of all ages, and it's very easy and fun. I looked up to see if there were words because I hear people sometimes sing kind of a little chorus to it, but I could not find anything on the interwebs that mentioned any lyrics or words to it. So it's called The Britches Full of Stitches. It's a very well-known Irish polka. So.
Oh, the breeches full of stitches, oh, the breeches itches, oh, the breeches full of stitches, oh, the breeches, oh, the breeches full of stitches, oh, the breeches, oh.
Britches full of stitches. And that's all the words there are. Oh. Let's see. I'm going to do a kind of a sea song. It turns out it was written in about 90 years ago by a fellow, a Glaswegian. I've always wanted to say that word. It means someone from Glasgow up in northern Scotland. And his name was Roberton, I think Sir Hugh Roberton, very famous choral conductor, composer, etc. He actually borrowed the melody. It's an ancient Gaelic melody, and then wrote the words to it. And it's called the Mingulay boat song. Mingulay is a small island off the coast of Scotland in the Outer Hebrides. I understand from Wikipedia that it's been was abandoned of people after 2,000 years of residency, about 100 years ago, around 1910, I think. You can learn more about it. So it mentions the Minch in the first line. That's the sea that is between the Hebrides and the mainland of Scotland. And so how white the Minch is refers to the frothy waves. So it being a little, windy and wet out there, I think this might be a good tune for that. It's got a great chorus. You're going to be singing along to it and imagining that you're on the boat that's been gone for a long time and is finally coming back to shore. So. Here's the chorus. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys. Bring her head round into the weather. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys. Sailing homeward to Mingulay. What care we how white the Minch is? What care we for the wind and weather? Let her go, boys, every inch is sailing homeward to Mingulay. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys, turn her head round into the weather. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys, bringing homeward to Mingulay. Wives are waiting on the hillside, looking seaward from the heather. All around, boys, and we'll anchor ere the sun sets on Mingulay. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, turn her head round into the weather. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Ships return now, heavy laden, mothers holding bairns a-crying. They'll return now when the sun sets, they'll return to Mingulay. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, turn her head round to the weather. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward
to Mingulay. The ship returned safe to the harbor. Good story. All right. Let's see. Today is the 8th of April, and here in Madison it's a little rainy. I hope everyone is doing well out there. The election disaster was yesterday. Unfortunately, we won't know if it's going to be a super spreader and cause more disease and destruction, for another week or two before we find that out. But I am very sorry for everyone that had to deal with that yesterday, and it makes Wisconsin look like the laughing stock of the country right now. So we have no one but the Republicans to blame. All right, let's see. So what else do I have to say? I'm going to finish off with a waltz. And if I'm up for it, I may do one extra tune today in honor of losing the great Chicago singer, songwriter John Prine yesterday. We'll see. But first I'm going to do a waltz. It's a lovely waltz. It's called Josephine's Baptismal Waltz. It actually comes from Scandinavia, but it's very popular in Ireland and Scotland. There's a great recording that I put on my Facebook last night from Natalie Haas and Alistair Fraser on cello and fiddle, and it's gorgeous. So this is a great song. I love playing this with lots of other fiddlers and harmonies, but I hope you enjoy it. Josephine's Waltz. So.
Josephine's Baptismal Waltz by Roger Tallroth of the band Wassen out of Sweden. He wrote it for his niece, Josephine. All right, well, we said goodbye to John Prine, and I feel like I need to do a song of his, even though it's not Irish. And as I mentioned earlier, one of his connections to Ireland is that he was married to his wife Fiona, as a native of Ireland, and he spent lots of time there. You come home late and you come home early. Come home big when you're feeling small. Come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have I done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns like a fever, and I got a word and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have I done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow cross the evil line today. How can you talk about tomorrow when you ain't got one word to say? So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have I done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Thank you, John Prine.